Hey guys, doing a quick video on my Axial SCX10. As you can see, I have the start of my new build. HPI Ford F150 Supercab 1979, I believe. As you can see, chassis extend whole length of the body. It's not going to sit like that with the front bumper. It's going to sit more like that, hopefully. So far I have moved the front tower, from the front mounting hole being there. I just moved it basically up one. Seemed to line up perfectly. I don't know if that was designed in, but it worked well. I moved. There's little knobs where these small holes go to align the skid plate for the transmission. I just cut those off with an X-Acto blade, and instead of using the 8 screws that go through to hold it with the upper links as well, I just used 2 screws going through and moved the whole thing back, or the whole plate back to one space. So now, if you notice, there's an extra hole, but it's centered it more because I have extended the chassis. I ended up finding someone who had the rear half of chassis for making a truggy. I bought the rear half and just cut off the little bits on the end, like the bend, and made an extra straight piece. So I just lengthened the chassis, I don't know, about 4 inches. It's a very, very long body, so I need to do that. Trying to do it so I can always reverse it and go back to the stock length and stock dingo body if I need to or want to. So I'm trying to make everything just screw together. So far I've made it so I have the one cross brace mounted at the front holes of the front chassis, with the holes that line up on the battery plate facing forward, and then I have the rear brace with the holes that line up with the battery facing forward as well, and these ones are in the back holes on the spare chassis. And this is actually where it's cut is right before this hole where this screw is going into. So it works well, and it works. Actually, I have nothing else in between yet, holding it actually to screw it together or anything. Just working on making that mount right now, or that brace or whatever. But even just, it's a little bit of a work to get it in, but I can't even move this chassis from itself. It's held in quite well right now. I don't think it'll take much to make it a lot stronger. It's not like there's going to be any real forces except for if you landed on your rear bumper, but I don't know how much that would happen in such a long wheelbase. And I also, with the front bumper, ground down off the front push bar or whatever, just to give it a little bit better look. I think I gotta sand it down a little bit more, but it looks pretty good so far. Not going to have a winch on this. I just think it'll take away from the look of the truck. And yeah, I also got a couple scaled details for it. I got some mirrors, which should work perfectly, exactly like the same mirror. Couple scale gun rack, steering wheel, column, shifters. I made an axe and that gas can and a toolbox as well. of a styrene. Got this from a guy on RC Crawler. Just bought a big lot of axial stuff, and it came with like a whole bunch of LED lights and chrome light buckets and stuff. So that was good. What I'm planning to run for this when it's fully built will be, just put the body on. I'm hoping it will be Pro 10 RC 4-wheel drive Pro 10 1.9 steel scale rims and Pitbull 1.9 tires. Also going to be running, since it's such a long wheelbase, I'll need some the custom or semi-custom links made. I did a little math on it, and I think I can go with some Vanquish titanium links. I think I need like 145mm for the rear, 125 for the front. I'm going to have the front a little bit more, the weight's going to be a little bit more front bias. I'm still planning to run the battery in the back, all my electronics in the front and whatnot, but having the wheel or the length shorter in the front will give me a little bit of an advantage with that. And also because drive shafts is such a huge issue, I'm going to have to run axial Wraith MIP or MIP drive shafts. And with those, they come with an extra long piece specifically made for the front, or for the Wraith. I think it's the output or input or whatever, or the coupler. I'm going to have to run both the long ones on the rear just to be able to make the length. And I might actually have to end up buying another one of those just to extend the front even more. It's going to be really, really long. I think the overall length of the chassis is around 18, 19 inches, something like that. Yeah. For the motor, that is the one thing I wanted to ask for help. Anyone knows what I should run? I imagine just right now, with just the chassis and transmission, I am running the VP Dig to get 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive too. Just this with the front bumper, not a whole lot in the rear. Probably weighs around 1.5 pounds already. So I'm expecting this is going to weigh a lot. So if anyone knows a good motor to stick right there, that would be well appreciated. I was thinking of Pro 4 3300 kV. Not so sure on that though. I'd have to get a different ESC. I do have currently in a big bundle a Hobbyco SC170 servo. It's the exact same thing as the Hi-Tech 7955. So 330 something ounces of torque. I have the Holmes Hobbies BRXO waterproofed, a Hi-Tech 225 MG mini servo for the Dig, and Castle Creations BEC. Of course, big servos, you need big BECs, and I'm running it all from a Futaba radio, but that is what I'm a little bit stumped on now. I was thinking something like a Holmes Hobbies puller motor, 14 turn, something like that. But I'm not so sure on if I want to stay brushed. I've been going through a lot of brush motors lately and just starting to get tiring. Tearing the whole thing apart just to get to the motor, especially with the Dig on there and everything being waterproofed. You have to just disconnect everything. One other thing I wanted to add, last thing, is locker. I will be needing new front and rear lockers. I might go with the Vanquish Products full floater locker. Those just got released, I think, last week or early this week. No, it'd be last week. Snapped one of the pins right off, so surprisingly that happened and not the case didn't strip out or anything, but kind of sucks. Have to get new lockers. Probably just gonna upgrade because those new 1.9 pit bulls are gonna be a lot stickier. And I think that's about it. Thanks, guys.